Thank you and welcome to our first Narrative Hong Kong Dialogue 2015. What clicks Hong Kong attend into one's mind? With this opportunity and with a big portion of newcomers to the dinner, allow me to reiterate the primary objective of Narrative Hong Kong. Narrative Hong Kong is an attempt to create a platform for envisioning the future of Hong Kong and to tell a new story, a new narrative about the city.
In tonight's dialogue, David, co-founder of Green Monday, together with Janice, co-founder and CEO of Alvanon Group, shared their ways of transforming passion into opportunities and actions. This dialogue will be moderated by a dear friend of mine, Joe, the country manager of EF Education First.
Making something happen really requires changing things. And changing things often requires changing people's mindsets and influencing them. And that's exactly the challenging part that I think stops a lot of us from pursuing something more entrepreneurial.
So by the time we started Alvanon in 2001, the first internet bubble, there was no way that we were going to raise the capital that we needed to run a tech company. So what did? We took the same technology that we used to make that virtual fitting room. So we kind of made something that hopefully people would need.
By 2050, the two cities that will be most influenced, number 1 is Guangzhou, number 5 is Shenzhen. And we, Hong Kong, are next to them. We just opened the first all plant-based supermarket in Hong Kong, and it's called Green Common. So no meat, no seafood. Everything is healthy, plant-based choices. We also do classes, nutritional talks, food labeling classes, teach people not just about meat and veggie, but also how to eat healthy.
What would you say were the main challenges involved in changing people's mindsets, and how did you overcome them?
They have day-to-day jobs, and nobody ever listens to their problems, actually. So we went in and we just actually listened to a lot of their problems and tried and say to them, well, what would you do? So a lot of the listening and the collaborating, that actually, made a huge difference. Because everybody wants to have a sub-story, right? You need to talk to somebody about it.
I think the whole problem with green or promoting green is there's always lack of clear direction on how people can help. We attempt to address people's inertia and people's lack of direction, which eventually lead to inaction. Hong Kong government, from an environmental standpoint, there are other things that they are most concerned with. Landfill, of course, has to be the first. Waste. So, for example, within our different initiative, the one that talks about collecting food waste from banquets, that's the one that they are most concerned, because that's top priority on their agenda, waste reduction.
The whole of China now, all the OEM companies are trying to upgrade. Why is it so hard, and what does this tell us about the strength and weaknesses of Hong Kong?
We do have those things, we just don't give enough emphasis to it. And so people actually feel a little bit despondent in a certain way. And some of the things that actually the Hong Kong government has in terms of it's quite a lot of money recently given to the fashion industry itself to kind of regenerate and allow people to have this freedom to actually to make a new industry, to remake an industry.
What are the lessons learned from managing a team of, say, relatively young staff? What has been the challenge, and how do you overcome them?
You just have to find the ones who actually have a lot of motivation to learn something, and there are quite a few of them.
You need to provide that purpose, that inspiration to them on how to channel that creativity and that knowledge.
Thank you very much for your genuine sharing, Janice and David, and thank you, audience, for your time and spending time with us tonight. Next event will be in September. Stay tuned. If you're not on the list, email list, let Ken or Vanessa know. Thank you and have a great evening.
Thank you.